coming to the line. Who's going to get it done? Green flag, we're racing.
Get your foot in. He got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Get there. No.
This is going to win.
Wow.
The Barr FTF Cup Series welcomes you to the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway for tonight's U.S. Global Strike 400K. Live in the desert, the West Coast swing continues here on FTF. So glad to have you with us here tonight. We're back in the 87s, fresh off of an iRacing update. The graphics look fantastic. Some great work from the folks behind the scenes for this latest season of work. Jacob Pitts here with you here on FTF as we get set to go for yet another race in this young season. 47 cars trying to take the green flag here from Las Vegas. And let's take a look at that starting grid for tonight's race. It would help if I take that graphic off. There we go. Sean M. Conklin is on pole. Ray Alfala to the outside. It's Jake Nichols and Jordan Worth in row number 2. Wyatt Tinsley and Jose Solis Jr. in row 3. John M. Hall filling in for Nathan Rabideau. Josh Chin there in row 4. Brandon Cattell and Seth Knoll rounding out the top 10. Starting 11th tonight is Sean Rowe. Alex Chilcutt to the outside. Then it's Aaron Smith and Matthew Zwack. Nicholas Pressey and Jacob Wilkerson in row 8. Sean Butler's back there in row number 9 with Christian Kendall to the outside. And it's Alex Kolonix and Blake Reynolds rounding out the top 20. 21st tonight is Jason Wallet, Alex Vandesant to his outside. Ryan Doucette and Michael Guest in row number 12. Gabriel Dehari and Kevin McAdams in row 13. Daniel Falkingham and Nate Stewart, a couple of eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series drivers in row 14. Jaden Hopp, Cole Fraley rounding out the top 30. After that, that's when things get a little interesting. Top 5 here. Frisch, Wetz, Oates, Osmer, and Cosman. They are all in the show. The rest of your field looks like this. Brian Mercurio, Art Reimer, Jake Poulin, Justin Malillo, Corey Carpenter, Graham Bolin, Seth the Merchant, John Palmieri, David L. Brown, Philip McCandless. But wait, there's more. Jonathan Goke, Joe Armstrong, your entire field. And the field is making its way off of turn number 4 to get us ready for the green flag. The pace car will head to the safety of pit road. Sean Conklin and Ray Alfala will lead us down to the green flag. So glad you're watching here on FTF. We are racing at Las Vegas. Back to the start-finish line. It is Ray Alfala that will lead the opening lap as the field works its way back to turn number 1. Alfala leading the way. You've got Sean Conklin second, Jose Solis Jr. in third. That inside line really stacked up on that initial start, but was able to keep it clean. Here's Wyatt Tinsley in the 020 looking to the inside of Jordan Worth. Got Alex Chilcutt right behind. He's trying to get underneath the 093 of Josh Chin. And here comes Jose Solis Jr. to the inside. He wants the second spot from Sean Conklin with 2 laps in the books. Right on board out the back of Jose Solis Jr. And there's a crash. In the back, it's Nate Stewart. And the caution flag is out. And I'm not sure why that's not popping up. Oh boy, okay. Well, let's take a look, see what happened in the back of the field. right around that 20th position or so. And, man, it almost looks like there was some net code involved there, the way that thing shot up the racetrack and kicked around. Let's see if we can check it out here from high above and see what exactly went wrong. He's got Nicholas Pressey there to the inside. And, yeah, it's just net code contact between the 15 and the 94. Single car spin, and then a couple of cars down below just spinning on the apron trying to avoid. That's Corey Carpenter in the 17, and then the 022 of Joe Armstrong that get collected, but they all pointed in the right direction. Ray Alfalla is your leader under the first caution flag of the race here at Las Vegas. This might be a quick one. We'll see how it pans out. Nonetheless, it is our first caution flag of the night. I think that's why I'm having the issue here. Just digging through, trying to find out why the caution light didn't pop up on the ticker. And I'm not sure I have a good answer. All right, well, while we work on that, we will quickly step aside and go to a break. We'll be back right after this here on FTF. And we are back to green here at, where are we? Las Vegas, 3 wide, getting down into turn number 1, but they will sort it out, at least for now, as Conklin gets pushed up and out of the groove a little bit in the 54. So far, so good on our first restart of the day. 7 laps complete here this time by. Alfalla the leader, Wyatt Tinsley in second. Most drivers did not pit under the caution flag after the early spin from Nate Stewart. Side by side from about 5th on back. The first battle is Jordan Worth, Jake Nichols, and Jacob Wilkerson here, 4th, 5th, and 6th. On the racetrack. Can lump Jose Solis Jr. into that battle as well as we ride on board with the 8 of Jordan Worth. Comes Wilkerson looking to the outside. started, is Jordan Worth. And there's that rare Pontiac sighting. Oh, trouble right behind him. They are wadding it up in turns 1 and 2, and they're wrecking further behind. Nicholas Pressey is around. Somebody wrecked. Somebody's in the wall. The caution is out. Graham Boland's in the fence. I think Jaden Hopp got a piece of it as well. It all started when Philip McCandless, I believe, was the first car that got turned in the middle of the pack and puts us back under the caution flag here. This might be too far back in the field, but somebody gets jacked up here getting into the corner. And it's just up the road. Who is that? Oh, it's Josh Chin. Let's watch again here getting into one. Gets hit from behind, and everybody sort of staggers and almost keeps it together, and then Boland winds up hard in the wall in the back of the field. Let's see if we can watch from high above. Back with Boland and company. See, it's Reynolds gets into the back of Josh Chin. That stacks everybody up, and then through the corner, the inside line stacks up. I think it's Jason Wallet maybe on that inside line that gets hit from behind up into the cars behind and then around. With the cars to the outside with Boland there. Watch that 76 on the inside, gets loose off the car in front of him. Jaden Hopp nowhere to go, and Graham Boland almost turns over. Good news for him, though, is he's able to keep it pointed on the racetrack. It is Ray Alfalla, still the leader here at Las Vegas. It's our second caution flag of the race. And this will drag this process out a little bit more here at Las Vegas. Under our second caution flag, and an early second caution flag at that. So while we are under this second caution flag, we'll be coming to 1 to green here this time. They'll be choosing right at the start-finish line. You pick the apron, you'll take the bottom. Pick the outside, you want the top. Half a lap away from getting things back going. Been a strong run for Ray Alfalla so far, and Ray was strong in the 87s earlier this year. There we go. Now the flag is correct. Took a hot minute, but we got there. We'll see if it corrects itself the rest of the way or not. Can you see the the shine off of these race cars after the latest lighting and graphics update? Looks incredible compared to where we were last week with the next gens. May have to dial it back still a little bit with those next gens because they do suck up a lot of power, but nonetheless, here we go, ready for the restart. Ray Alfalla in control once again, and we are back to green. So far, so good, at least at the front of the field as they come to turn number 1. Falla leads. You see him 3 wide further back in the field. That's Back with Sean Rowe, Michael Guest and company. It's Rowe on the inside there, that black 999. On the outside, the white car of Guest. Back for the 14th position or so. Here comes Wyatt Tinsley at the front. Breathing down the neck of Mr. Four-time Ray Alfalla, the four-time eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champ. On board with the car in second, Wyatt Tinsley. Trying to hunt them down. Jose Solis Jr.'s right there as well, not giving up. Got Blake Reynolds to the outside here of Jordan Worth. And right behind them, Jake Nichols and Alex Chilcutt are side by side. A good run for car number 60 here. Qualified 11th, up 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. He's been able to stay out of harm's way. At least 4 now. Further back, it is still a knot of race cars. You see Kevin McAdams in the thick of things back here. Christian Kendall on the outside line. Sean M. Conklin started on pole. He's been going the wrong way since the drop of the green flag. He's lost 13 spots, now in the 14th position under the gun from the Barr Visuals FTF 500 champ. And Seth Knoll there on the inside, the 1 for that 14th position. And just for Conklin, he is going the wrong way. What the heck? All right. There we go. That'll work. See a little bit of damage there to the front of Knoll's car. Yep. Okay, that's enough of that. Once it starts phasing through bumpers and everything, call of the day. Meanwhile, for the lead, Wyatt Tinsley's not done. He's to the inside. You've got Jose Solis Jr. trying to make that third line work up top. But a good run in that middle from Alfalla to hold the lead for now. Let's see what Jose Solis Jr. does again here up on the top side. Coming off of 2. We've got Blake Reynolds in the mix. Still a long way to go here in stage number 1. Have until the end of lap 80. Here comes Jose Solis Jr. Got the run from the outside, took it to the inside, and now he's trying to take it to 4-time. Blake Reynolds up the middle. Whoa, where did he come from? He's going to go to the lead. He may have overdriven the corner. Here comes Alfalla back on the inside. Right when Blake Reynolds got a run off turn number 4, he didn't waste any time. Straight up the middle. But Alfalla gets him back in 3 and 4, at least for now. We'll see what kind of run Blake could put up here on the high side. Brings it back down to the bottom. We're right on board with car 66. These guys are still, it's only been 20 laps with 2 cautions, and he's still, look at the bottom of your screen, 6 miles an hour slower that last time by than his fastest lap. Already a second to fall off. Here comes Chilcutt to the inside here in the 60. They're almost 4 wide with Jake Nichols looking topside. Great stuff up here at the front of the field. Here comes Reynolds with another run. To the inside, almost clear into turn number 1. He might be able to do it here if he doesn't overdrive the corner. New race leader, it's Blake Reynolds here in Las Vegas. See Tinsley peeking to the inside as well. Alfalla is trying to cool his tires off a little bit as Nichols almost got the outside wall. This is where those tires really start showing their age. Still a long way to go. See Jordan Worth about knocking the wall down through 1 and 2. Way up to the top of the racetrack using the Kyle Larson line. quite been able to make it work, though, but he's going to try it again up there. Just inches off the wall. Wilkerson makes the pass. But look at the run that this 8 car gets down the front stretch. Wilkerson go to the inside. Ray Alfala's going back for the lead. And here comes Tinsley around the outside looking for second. Add Nichols into the mix as well. Could allow that 66 to start to pull away a little bit. Tinsley goes high side again. Gets the run up off the corner. A little sideways there from Alfala. It's that 2 car going in the wrong direction in a hurry. Bottom 3 wide with Wilkerson and Worth up on the outside. And he's able to get away unscathed. By the way, Seth Knoll, we talked about the damage on the front end of his race car. 31st. Going the wrong direction. And this is the second straight week that damage to the nose of the race car is going to hurt him. Last week he got damage on the front end because he cut the front straightaway dog leg, the degleg, the wrong way at Phoenix. And here today, not sure how he got the damage on the right front, but he has it, and it's just a big old parachute on the front of the 1. Back up to the front. Jordan Worth goes bottom here in 3 and 4. Trying to get alongside Wyatt Tinsley. Here comes that 63 up to the outside as well. You take a look at it from high above. Some great stuff early here at Las Vegas with a long way to go. Blake Reynolds out in front. Then Tinsley, Nichols, Worth, Jose Solis Jr., Wilkerson. Your top 6. You've got John M. Hall there in the 93. He's joined the party as well to make it a 7-car battle. And then you have Alfala there, the black and white 2 car. Going the wrong direction, backpedaled to 8th. And we are under caution. Jason Wallet with some damage on his race car. 3rd caution flag of the night. Let's take a look and see what happened here with Wallet. Ooh! Washed up into Nate Stewart and hard up and into the outside wall. The 76, and these guys were at the back of the field. Nate Stewart a lap down. Jason Wallet well off the pace. And whew. Let's get on board here with the 76. You can see the pack miles out ahead in front of them. Yeah, just washed up into him and wrecked him. Overall, Wallet got the worst end of that deal. Pit stops are happening. Not everybody is taking part, though. Josh Chin, you saw, he stays out. Oh, you see David L. Brown, who won at Atlanta, he overshot his box and had to back up. But at least 2 tires, 4 tires going to be the call here for the 63. And it looks like pretty much for everybody else. Blake Reynolds will win the race off of pit road. Gets the job done with 27 laps complete here at Las Vegas. Let's see if we can do this without breaking everything. I have no idea if this is going to work. Nope. Well, almost. I don't mind whatever's in the yellow circle there, but here's a look at points. Coming into today, David O'Brien, your point leader, with fresh Falkingham, Knoll, and everybody else behind. Santi Tires there up inside the top 10. Yeah, we're gonna need to investigate this after we get off the air and figure out why this is doing what it's doing. Yeah, okay. Oh, that was fun. We'll have 29 laps complete on the restart. Okay. Ready for the restart. It is Josh Chin who stayed out. He pitted on the first caution. And that's it. We will see how this works. We're back to green. Interesting. So it takes the flag down, but doesn't put it back up. We'll keep investigating. I'm really not sure what's doing that. I don't recall it being an issue in the past, but maybe in our next caution we'll take a closer look. Here's Jose Solis Jr. to the inside. Oh boy. And it looks like Josh Chin's going to be eaten alive here by those fresher tires. Reynolds and Solis side by side for the lead. Here comes Wyatt Tinsley into the mix for second, up on the outside. Trying to clear that 75, and he will. 3 wide mid-pack. How about this guy? Sean Butler up inside the top 10. Cracking the top 5 with this 3 wide move to the bottom. We'll see if we can get it to stick. Oh, man, and Josh Chin almost put Hillcut into the wall. But we stay green. Sean Butler up into the 6th spot. Working here on Jordan Worth, the teammate, for the top 5. Right on board with Sean. Still has Jordan up there. Now he has Chilcutt up there. Whew. Jump scare right there. Scared me. Here comes Jordan Worth up inside the top 5 now. Thought he had a run there on Jose Solis Jr., but will hold on for now. Chilcutt right there in the mix. Things have seemingly calmed down, at least at the very front of the field. Not quite the 3 wide mess that we were seeing earlier, but double wide from, 5th on back. Guys, as these tires start to age, though, we'll see more and more drivers get single file. Got 43 cars left as Jose Solis Jr. bounces it off the fence. 43 cars left, 42 of them on the lead lap. Jaden Hopp, 7 laps down in 45th. The last car running. Bolin, Wallet, and Armstrong all in the pits and likely done for the day. Right, Tinsley taking second. Tried to mount a charge for the lead, but Jose Solis Jr. is trying to get him out of the way. Able to get even higher than the 020. And make it stick. Watch that 75, even though it's got 57 stamped on the door, go. Ooh, he got a little loose. Drives it in hard up on the outside. It's got to run. Jose Solis Jr. looking for the lead. And he will take it. Great run up on the outside for the 75. Or whatever he is. Seth DeMerchant's off the pace, and trouble. He is wrecked. Michael P. Frisch is around. Kevin McAdams. And the caution flag is back out here in Las Vegas. Let's take a look and see what happened. This should start here with DeMerchant in the 74. What should see here? Does he maybe get some help? Oh, they stack up. He gets into the back of McCandless. Hard hit to the inside wall, and then I think Frisch got tagged separate here. Let's watch it again from high above. Oh, so Wilkerson gets loose and checks that whole line up. And then it's Christian Kendall that gets into the back there, and you see McAdams sideways out of view. Let's see what happened here to Frisch. Darn it. That one. Man, it just seemed like he lost it, not that he even got hit. Good job keeping it out of harm's way there for the driver of the 58. Jose Solis Jr. continues to lead the way here. Still trying to figure out why the flags are cooperating here. Coming to the restart. Here we go, back to green. Jose Solis Jr., another nice launch. Right out the back of your race leader as the field rockets to turn 1. Handing out 3 and 4 wide off the corner. So Alex Kolinek's making a move deep in the field in the 22. They're way up the hill in front of them. No, choke cut sideways. That gets Mercurio sideways. They keep it together, at least for now. Some dicey stuff here at the front. We're halfway, just over halfway through stage 1. Again, the first stage ends at lap 80. Wyatt Tinsley has taken the lead. The battle's not done yet. In the back half of the top 10, Sean M. Butler got the wall. Oh, Falkingham a little loose. Oh, and he gets some help. Got hit by Chilcutt there from behind. Sorted out. Now Jordan's in the wall, and he's going to lose some time. Now he says, enough of that, I'm going to go to the bottom. Jose Solis Jr. is all over the back bumper of Wyatt Tinsley, but has not pulled out a line yet. Just staying right there with him, stride for stride. Board with the 75. Hear him fence it right there. Blake Reynolds right there as well. Five laps complete. Oh, look at this knot back here. The cork in the bottle somewhere with Mercurio and Christian Kendall. You've got Sean Conklin right here as well. And they are stacked up in this pack. Whoa, look out, Jonathan Oates is around, and upside down goes Seth Knoll. A terrible crash in turn 3. And it's the Barr Visuals FTF 500 champion that winds up on his head. Fourth caution flag of the race. And this one started when Jonathan Oates got turned around. From high above. Watch the blue and red car there, outside line. Cuts to the bottom, right in front of Aaron Smith, and he wasn't clear. Oh, and the overcorrect of the century. Got Ryan Doucette and poor Seth Knoll. Watch again here down the back. He's going to turn down, thinking he's clear, and he's just not, and it upsets the car and overcorrects up into Doucette, and then what a wild ride for the Canes Ford Thunderbird. Caught flight. One more angle. On board Knoll. See the contact, and watch this. Oy. A day gone bad to worse for the driver of the 1. He's now on pit road with just about everybody else. Blake Reynolds stayed out. Everyone else decided to visit pit lane. We'll step aside and take another caution flag. Another commercial break, I should say. 47 laps complete. Blake Reynolds, your leader. We are back to green here at Las Vegas. It is Blake Reynolds on old tires leading the field. How about Kevin McAdams sliding up into second? He's also on old tires. Your top 8 cars did not pit under the most recent caution flag. Coming to 30 laps to go in stage number 1. And can you find where the fresh tires are? Look at Sean Butler. Elevator up from the bottom to the top. He's got Jordan Worth, his teammate, down on the apron trying to get by these guys that are on older tires. It's only about 10 laps for some, like Jake pulling there in the 00, but it's enough to make a difference. That was dicey. Whoa, look out! Jordan Worth around, into the inside wall. Caution. That car is junked. Let's take a look. Called him out on the inside line, or on the apron through 1 and 2. Let's take a look. Does he get some help here, or is he just wrecking on corner exit? He's got Wyatt Tinsley up on the outside. And, he makes contact with Falkingham. And that sends him around and noses him into the inside safer area. Good thing is he didn't come back out into traffic. He has a lot of damage to the front of the 8 on board. Oof. Well, puts us back under the caution flag here in Las Vegas. Blake Reynolds is your race leader, and once again, he'll stay out along with several others. trying to get certain things to cooperate here. Figure out why certain things are working, other things aren't. Well, really, nothing's working at this point in time. You know what? I wonder if... Well, no, because those were working. They should have been. Good. Jamie Ritchie Price is finally going to turn that on. Not turn that on, but release the video that everybody's been waiting for. Getting ready for the restart. We are back to racing here in Las Vegas. Once again, it's another good restart for the 66. Jamie, no one got to see your paint scheme because it didn't make the race, pal. Has nothing to do with time zones. Josh Chin in the second spot on a little bit fresher tires than Blake Reynolds. Of course, the freshest right now belong to Jose Solis Jr. and Matthew Zwack there in the black 18. Here's Chin to the outside, wants the top spot. And he's gonna get it round the top. And here comes McAdams trying to follow his Mickey Mouse teammate. Zwack on the apron. Again, 4 tires, was one of the most recent guys to pit. And using those tires to get back to the front. On board with the 18. Closing in on 20 to go here in stage number 1. Side by side, Jose Solis Jr. and Kevin McAdams for the lead. McAdams on older tires, but he has the preferred line in that outside groove. It's not going to matter with the Chungus car back out in front. Jose Solis Jr. retaking the lead here in Las Vegas. McAdams shot in the door for second, at least for now, in that Doritos throwback machine. Matthew Zwack is there. Right on that white line. Got a little loose on entry to 1, and it's going to hurt him on corner exit, especially with McAdams up on the outside. taking the run from there. Oh, here he comes. Back to the bottom. Man, they're 3 and 4 wide. 4 wide into turn number 1. Christian Kendall way up the racetrack. Just trying to keep it together and not cause the big one. Going the wrong way up there on that outside line, and he's on some of the fresher tires. Here's Sean Butler up the gut, 3 wide. With Josh Chin and Jake Nichols. As they reach 20 to go, Sean Butler slides up into 6th. Zwack and McCandless still McAdams. And now here comes Tinsley up the middle. And Zwack's going to shut the door on him. Wyatt's another one that's on fresh tires. And Jose Solis Jr. is looking in the mirror and smiling ear to ear, loving what he's seeing. 2 and 3 wide behind him. Sean to the inside for that 5th spot. On board out the back is Zwack, just holding everybody at bay. For now, here comes Tinsley to the top. There goes 1 by. Zwack and Tinsley on the same age tires. Here's Sean to the bottom. Oh, we got one sideways. It's Melillo, and into the wall, up in the air, McCandless. Caution is out. Chilcutt piles in as well. Another major accident in turn number 3. And this one sends McCandless up into the air. Let's take a look. The 3 wide mid-pack. Right with cars like Blake Reynolds. Melillo was in that mix, I believe. Christian Kendall, so they go 4 wide. Ronnie Osmer makes it 4 wide. And they didn't all know it. And there's Justin with nowhere to go. And oh! That was Conklin that put him up into the air, and then Chilcutt finished him off. Right on board. Tap. Almost has it saved, and nowhere for either one of these guys to go. The deck lid off. That car's junk. That'll be race ender for Philip McCandless, unfortunately for him. Filling in for Cosmin Ionescu tonight. Again, some drivers pit, others stay out, including your race leader, Jose Solis Jr. Daniel Falkingham stays out. McAdams, Josh Chin, Wilkerson, and more, all choosing to stay out under this caution flag. We'll see how that works out. As we get another shot here at a restart. One to green here, and they are. striking out on this stupid caution thing. So fix it later. At least when I see the light go away, that's when I know caution comes out. All right, here we go. Ready for the restart. $15 to go in stage 1. Back to green. That's the wrong button. There we go. Car on freshest tires is Wyatt Tinsley, and look at them go. Scattering to get by Art Reimer into turn 3. And they may not be done yet as they make their way off of 4. 2 and 3 wide, but they're okay. They all sorted out. Battle for the lead. Daniel Falkingham. You've got McAdams right there in the mix as well. Board out the back of Falkingham. McAdams doing pretty well considering he's on the oldest tires in this group. Same with Josh Chin. Chin starting to fall backward a little bit, but McAdams holding his own as here comes Wilkerson to the bottom. Might do him in, but trying his best. Cole Freilich going the wrong way there on the bottom. Or no, Vandesen, somebody. One of those purple cars. Whoa! Was that up on the outside? It was Freilich, I think, that almost turned Ronnie Osmer there off the corner. Jose Solis Jr. still your leader. Remember, he stayed out at the caution, closing in on 10 to go on the stage. Less than 100 laps to go. Here comes Sean diving to the bottom. Just stuck his nose right in. Tinsley on those fresh tires. Up to second. Was on pit road at the last caution. And it did not take him long to carve his way back up through the field. Here he goes for the lead, and it's going to be no contest for the 75. Wyatt Tinsley back out in front with 10 laps to go in the stage. Oh, trouble! Freilich and Carpenter through the grass. Caution flag is out. It's happened off the corner, off of turn 4, between the 17 and the 4. Oof, just Freilich washed up into him. Turned him around. Great save by both of them. Well, at least they kept it out of the wall and out of harm's way. Nonetheless, this will give us a restart with less than 10 to go in the stage. Your top 5 or so will stay out, but a lot of others are going to come down the pit lane here. So Wyatt Tinsley trying to pick up A stage win. He's got the Larson suit on. Sure. Why not? You can hear he's saving some gas. I'm sure everybody is at this point. Choosing here. A lot of people picking the bottom. Could be another interesting restart. So we'll have 7 to go on the restart. It's have to go in stage 1, I should add. Still a long way to go. Here we go. Pace car to pit road. Tinsley, Solis Jr., Falkingham, Butler, and Alfala, your top 5. Back to green. A great launch there from Tinsley. First car on 4 fresh tires is going to be pretty far back. Michael P. Frisch just took 2 tires, fuel only for guys like Nate Stewart and Nicholas Pressey when they decided to come on to pit road. The field through 1 and 2. Tinsley, long gone. And at this point, it's going to be between Sean Butler and Ray Alfala to try and chase him down. Daniel Falkingham there, he's on older tires in that 39. They're all over at 39. Almost contact there between Alfala and Butler. Butler going to go around the outside there. 3 wide, almost 4 off the corner. Here comes David L. Brown up the middle. The 87's winner at Atlanta. And the point leader. With 5 to go here in the stage. Ooh, man, Wilkerson set it in deep up on the outside. Got Michael P. Frisch in the mix. He's on, I think, 2 tires here with 4 to go. He's made his way up to 3rd, but there's still 3/10 back on Wyatt Tinsley. Here comes Frisch to the inside for 2nd. Gosh, darn it. And that angle doesn't show us anything. Okay, there's Sean. So Frisch is clear. He'll have 3 laps to try and catch Wyatt. Wide further back. For 5th, Zwack, Wilkerson, and Ray Alfala, rather for 4th. Got Blake Reynolds right there as well. McAdams back up in the mix. He took tires, and Frisch has taken the lead. Just like that, he caught Tinsley, blows by him, and with 2 to go, looks like it's going to be a battle between these two, and if they battle enough, that could open up the window for Sean Butler. Still 3 wide further back. Here comes Reynolds to the inside. Going to pull a slider here on Ray Alfalla. He'll make it happen, maybe. No, Ray goes top. They're going to be 4. Oh, and Ray got the wall and had to get out of the gas. One to go in the stage this time by. Frisch out ahead by 0.2 of a second. Tinsley not closing in. Butler not closing in. Blake Reynolds has emerged in 4th, and they are still 3 wide here. Ronnie Osmer up on the outside. Seth DeMerchant on the bottom. Josh Chin is actually on the bottom. DeMerchant in the middle. But off the corner. Green and white checkered flag in the air for Michael P. Frisch. He will win stage 1. And there are 4 wide at the line, just about. In the back half of the top 10, and they'll stay 3 wide into turn 1. Closing in on just the halfway point. Here in Las Vegas. Oh, it's whacking the wall off the corner. It's going to lose a couple of spots. Reed battling from 6th on back, and look out. Staggered 4 wide. Good rebound, though, for Jordan Worth. Remember, got caught up in that crash. Bounced off of Daniel Falkingham and spun it to the inside wall. Here he is, back up inside the top 20. Right now in 17th. DeMerchant peeking outside of Blake Reynolds. Whoa, contact! As Mercurio got together with Reynolds, and that led him into DeMerchant. They keep it pointed in the right direction. So they'll be halfway this time by. Jacob Wilkerson takes the 3rd spot from Sean Butler. Sean's going to cross him back over. Get him back into turn number 1. Two still side by side. DeMerchant and Reynolds not giving up an inch. Now he's going to have to there. Reynolds had to lift as we ride on board. And now here comes the cavalry up on the outside. Meanwhile, Tinsley has been caught by the rest of the group. Sean's there. Wilkerson, McAdams. Right on board with Wyatt. The Jaws music approacheth. Here comes Sean Butler to the inside for 2nd. The slider. Tinsley going to get him back. See what Wilkerson does here if he decides to go to the outside, make it 3 wide. Sean's going to shut the door. Go way up the racetrack. Try to get the run off too. And clear him that way. Here comes Wilkerson down to the bottom. Sean is clear. He'll take second. Wilkerson leaning on him for third. You've got McAdams right there as well. Jake Nichols in this group. Tinsley in that pink car on back. It's third place on back. Wilkerson really slid it off the corner there. It's got to bite eventually, right? Wrong. That thing just kept sliding on him. It's the onboard view. Side by side there with the 63 of Nichols, and now here's the Merchant to the outside. He's just stuck on the bottom, trying to get away from it. McAdams to the inside for third. Oh, he drove it in deep. And that's not going to work out for him. At least not yet. Nichols is going to go up top 3 wide. A tri-tube at least. Not close enough to make it happen. McAdams is just forced to fall back in line. But Jordan Worth back up inside the top 10. Great run for Jordan after some early trouble. Running that outside line. Working his way back up to the front. Again, no faster pairs in these cars, so he took that hit to the nose of the race car and has been able to catch up back inside the top 10. Put the front bumper back on it. That thing is driving good. Merchant underneath Wyatt Tinsley. Nichols takes the third spot away. Tinsley just trying to hang on there in the 020. Surprised how much these guys really stayed packed together. Although I think we saw something similar at Atlanta as well until it turned into a fuel mileage race at the end and we had a long green flag run to the finish. I'm sure some guys like David O'Brown are hoping that this is the case right now. To Merchant. Really drove it in hard. Here comes Wilkerson to the inside. Pekin just hasn't been able to get down there. Remember Christian Kendall, a nice run. Of course, nobody has moved more spots than DeMerchant. He's up 36 spots since the drop of the green flag. Started 41st, and here he is up inside the top 10, running 5th. No, it says started 46th, but that's wrong. Yeah, 39 cars still on the racetrack, 37 still on the lead lap so far out of the race. Graham Bolin, Jason Wallet, Joe Armstrong, Gabriel Dehari, Jonathan Oates, Philip McCandless, and Sean M. Conklin. All are done for the day. Oh, Jordan got the wall. And look at this pack, 3-4 wide down the front straightaway. This is not going to work. Wilkerson's the one that's forced to back out of it. That could have been a 7-car crash right there getting into the corner. Man, Jordan all but lift the rear tires up off the ground at that 26. That got dicey there getting into 3. Here comes John Hall to the inside. Michael P. Frisch still well out in front by about a quarter of a second. Wilkerson is still in the middle, 3 wide back here. Whatever the toughest position to be in is, that's where he's been this run so far. Get the words out. Trouble! No, not trouble. I'm a liar. I'm a fraud. Pit stops in the back of the field. There's a difference. And thankfully, Ben's not an idiot like me and did not hit the button. Yeah, well, you know, these things happen. I see people slow down and immediately think the worst. But no, pit stops for Nate Stewart, Daniel Buckingham, and Jose Solis Jr. Those are scheduled stops. Now remember, we had some guys pit, or rather not pit, on some of those earlier cautions, different strategies and whatnot. So those guys in the back, they've gone 50 laps. Obviously, they need to pit. So the next group, we're talking about guys like Sean Butler, Wyatt Tinsley, Blake Reynolds, David L. Brown, guys that pitted around 36 laps ago or so. Probably see them on pit road in the next 14 laps if we don't get a caution. See, if I had another guy in the booth and Caleb didn't leave me hanging for the 18,000th week in a row, although this time he actually did give advance notice for once, I would have been able to focus a little bit more on, oh, wait, those guys are on a different strategy and whatnot, but these things happen. Hey, 67 laps to go here at Las Vegas. And here comes Sean Butler, looking for the lead. These guys are running nearly 10 miles an hour slower than their fastest laps of the race, but he's still a tenth of a lap faster, tenth of a second, that is, faster than Frisch, and here he is, right on the back bumper. Question is, how long is he going to wait right behind him before he makes his move? We'll go topside here in 3. This is the preferred line for passing. He's really backed off the corner. Backed up the corner. Here's the run. Down the front straightaway to the inside. Drives it in deep. Whoa, slides up the racetrack. He's not clear. Contact. But Sean is able to hang on. Frisch had to get out of the gas, and here comes Nichols and DeMerchant. I don't think that was a planned end result for Sean Butler in almost a crash. But nonetheless, that's brought everybody back with him. top three, Butler, Frisch, DeMerchant, with now 62 laps to go. Before the window opens for some of these other guys to make their stops, we're going to step aside. It's Sean Butler out in front of the field in Las Vegas. Back in Las Vegas, your race leader, Sean Butler, is on pit road. Ray Alfalla and Aaron Smith will join him, so will Corey Carpenter. Comes sliding to a stop, somehow in his box. Some trouble for Jacob Wilkerson while we were away. He got loose, hit the wall. Broke the right front suspension on that car. Here comes Blake Reynolds to pit road. Christian Kendall will follow. So green flag pit stops. And this is going to be, I think, just shy of being able to make it to the end. Have to wait and see. Very similar to the race that we had at Atlanta. Cautions early and then a long green flag run. At Atlanta, it took us all the way to the end. See if that's in the cards here tonight in Las Vegas. DeMerchant, your race leader. Michael P. Frisch is second. Kevin McAdams is third. long because Frisch gets passed for second by Kevin. You've got Nichols in that group. John M. Hall is in 5th. Cosmin Ionescu 6th. Mercurio 7th. Alex Van de Sant's coming to pit road. But most of this group has another 8 or so laps before they would need to pit. John Hall and David L. Brown have both made now 51-lap stints. For guys like David L. Brown, making it this long would be enough to make it to the end. And he will pit this time by, so will John M. Hall, marking it right at 52 to go. So a 52-lap stint, and with 52 laps up on the board, they'll come to pit road. For everybody else, they have some time yet before they need to stop. Jordan Worth is on pit road. It's been 44 laps for him. Coming to 50 laps to go this time by. And all of your leaders will stay out again. By the way, Jordan Worth will have some catching up to do. Jordan Worth, Sean Butler. Sean Butler will have some catching up to do. Here he is right in the thick of things right now. Most of these cars ahead of him have pitted. And oh, this is dicey with guys trying to get on pit road. That's Osmer. Michael P. Frisch is on pit road. Mercurio. Art Reimer in that group as well. But Sean and Blake Reynolds battling for position. If things cycle all the way back around, this would be for the lead. And by passing Wyatt Tinsley here just up the road, that would happen and would take the provisional lead away right there. Now the issue for these guys is going to be the folks that were just on pit road that are taking tires, like DeMerchant, Ionescu, Jake Nichols. When they come out, they're going to have that speed that Sean Butler and Blake Reynolds had just a couple of laps ago. It's already starting to fade, 6-7 laps into the run, and Blake Reynolds taking the lead away, the provisional lead away. Right now scored in 9th and 10th. 3 cars yet to pit. They're all Mickey Mouse cars. Mick Adams, here he comes. Justin Malillo is in second. I lie, not all Mickey Mouse cars, because Nicholas Pressey hasn't stopped yet. Here comes Malillo. Pressey will also pit, and then there's Seth Knoll, who's nearly a lap down, and who is also well off cycle. He'll come in this time. Blake Reynolds out in front, Sean Butler in second, Ray Alfala is third. As we completely cycle through green flag pit stops. And the burning question, can anybody make it on gas? Kendall, Jose Solis Jr. side by side for 5th for position. 3.5 seconds back from the race leader. David L. Brown. I think, again, here, he's got to be a favorite to win this race based on fuel strategy. Here with Jordan Worth and company. Christian Kendall, Wyatt Tinsley side by side just up the road. Closing in on 40 to go here this time by. Worth here with a little bit of speed. Oh, almost puts himself in a bind there. Oh, jeez. Jordan up in the wall. Just doing everything he can right now. And Van de Sant closing in on them here. Blake Reynolds out in front by just under 2 seconds over Sean Butler, another 2 seconds back to Ray Alfalla. Then you kind of have this single file conga line here. You've got, there's Ray, Christian Kendall not too far behind, DeMerchant, this battle we're watching here between David O'Brown and Jordan Worth. You've got John Hall, Van de Sant, and Frisch all closing in on them as well, with 36 laps to go. Listen in with the driver of the 83. Listen to the engine. He's coasting it. And for contrast, the race leader. Just letting it ride. How about Sean Butler? He won't fences it off the corner. Nope. He's not either. Nate Stewart is back on pit road. He last pitted 30 laps ago. Knew he wasn't going to be able to make it. David O'Brown, while saving fuel, has actually passed some of these guys. He's passed Ray. Here comes Frisch. Mercurio's in the mix. Christian Kendall, Kevin McAdams joined the party. This is 4th through 10th, all in this pack with 33 laps to go. Daniel Falkingham to pit road. He's another similar to Nate Stewart that we knew needed to pit one more time. David O'Brown still clutching around the racetrack, trying to save fuel. He's the first one that we've really heard do it. I'm curious. Be listening on Ray and see if he's also saving. Christian Kendall to pit road. No, he's not. I wondered just since he fell off the pace if that's what he was doing, but no, he is not saving. So perhaps everybody embracing death except for David O'Brown, as per usual in these race cars when we get a long green flag run, that, you know what? Going to save and see if we can go the distance. Your race leader's on pit road. Blake Reynolds makes the call with 31 laps to go. Knew he wouldn't be able to make it to the end, and he pits here. That hands the lead over to Sean Butler. And now the target on his back. When does he decide to make the call to come to pit road? It's a 4-tire stop for Blake Reynolds. Maybe too early. Just for those fresh tires. Wyatt Tinsley is on the pit lane. Sort of fell down through the running order. He might need some help to get back into contention to win this race. None of your leaders pit this time by. Actually, Jordan Worth will. Nice rebound performance for the driver of the 8. When will Sean decide to pit? Is he going to wait as long as he possibly can? Just in case there is a late race caution. By the way, Wyatt Tinsley, 2 tires. Same thing with Jordan Worth. Let's listen in again with your race leader. Not saving. Brown has lost a couple of positions. He's fallen back to 7th. And you've got this single file conga line here from McAdams on back. 26 to go. Zwack is coming in. Stacked up 3 wide here. This is Jordan Worth in the 8. Remember, he's on fresh tires. So is Blake Reynolds on the outside. He only took 2 on his pit stop. Then the 83, the 109. You're on old tires. This is where you run the risk of, if you're not looking for a caution, you may find one. With these guys bobbing and weaving through traffic. Very sketchy, just like that. 23 to go. Seth DeMerchant is closing in on Sean Butler for the lead. Now remember, Butler has been out there for 8 more laps than DeMerchant, McAdams, and others. So not only is he at a fuel disadvantage, he's at a tire disadvantage as well. Loose, and here comes DeMerchant. Right on the back bumper. And here comes the lap traffic as well. On fresh tires, 3 wide. DeMerchant and Butler side by side for the lead. And Worth trying to get his lap back the hard way. Reynolds will go all the way up to the wall. Butler really drives it in hard. But Seth DeMerchant takes the lead. With 21 laps to go. Jonathan Goke is off the pace. I think he was mowing the lawn there on the front straightaway, but we stay green. "20 laps to go here in Las Vegas. Will the fuel hang on? Will David L. Brown waltz his way to another 87's win here in FTF? All the chips in the center of the table. Wyatt Tinsley closing in. Remember, he's another that already pitted. Tell you what, now that DeMerchant's gotten by Butler, Butler's hanging tough. The lap car here of Wyatt Tinsley could allow that 32 to close back in on DeMerchant. 18 to go. That was a really nice 3 and 4, though, from Seth. Oh, Wyatt sent it down on the bottom. Here comes Sean. Coming to 17 laps to go. He bites the bullet and brings the 32 to pit road. Now with 18 to go, can Seth and company make it to the end? Remember, David L. Brown pitted 4 laps before guys like DeMerchant, McAdams, and others. So he's at a fuel disadvantage compared to these guys. Just by a couple laps. By the way, Sean takes 2 tires, and he's down and away off pit lane. DeMerchant 1 second ahead of Kevin McAdams. But McAdams is closing, slowly but surely. You've got Jake Nichols right behind as well, looking for his first Barr Visuals FTF Cup Series win. Kevin McAdams hasn't won in this series since last year. He won at Daytona. He's the second back. And that last time only gained 2 100ths to DeMerchant. With 15 laps to go. Gained through 1 and 2 and down the back. We'll see if he can maintain it here through 3 and 4. Here comes Sean Butler rocketing up the inside. And yes, McAdams will gain about a 10th. Make it nearly 2 tenths that last time by. This race is not over yet. But there is lap traffic for DeMerchant to get around. Or rather for McAdams to get around. Just one car, it's Falkingham. As you see Butler going by Seth DeMerchant like he's got it in park. The gap 7 tenths between DeMerchant and McAdams with 13 to go. Opened it up a little bit there in 1 and 2. But now McAdams has been able to get by DeMerchant. Slow car here of Jaden Hopp. Remember the damage that he sustained in a crash earlier. Then you've got Tinsley still there. 12 to go. Another lap car ahead, Chilcutt. Tinsley and Chilcutt, 4 position and trying to stay on the lead lap. Chilcutt just pulls over and says, have at it. Adams gaining on entry, but seemingly losing on corner exit and down the straights. The last lap or 2, he's still closing, but those lap times need to be faster. Just 2/100ths off. Well, that side-by-side there between DeMerchant and Tinsley may have helped a little bit, but McAdams didn't get a good exit off of 2 and lost the time that he gained. Here comes Jake Nichols into the mix. He was the fastest of these 3 a lap ago. 10 laps to go in Las Vegas. Seth DeMerchant staying out in front as Corey Carpenter brings the car to pit road. And you hear DeMerchant. He is saving. Right on board with McAdams. He's got Nichols behind him. They have a 2-second buffer to Mercurio. Let's ride on board and listen to the Doritos machine. The gap is 0.6. He is not saving fuel, at least not yet. He's still closing. And Nichols is in lockstep with him. The gap is under 0.5 second. We're coming to 8 to go. Ray Alfala's on the pit lane. He's another guy that stopped a little early. 0.4 of a second and Wyatt Tinsley. All that stands between Kevin McAdams and the leader. You know Jake Nichols would love to get his first FTF win. Another lap car for DeMerchant. Here comes McAdams underneath Tinsley. No fight there. It's the 94 of Nicholas Pressey that slowed up DeMerchant just a little bit. I think that caught McAdams up as well, just a touch. 7 to go. Oh, and he's taken the line, McAdams, once. This could open up the door for Nichols before he even gets to Seth. Here we go. Down to 1 car length for the lead. Coming to 6 laps to go. Nichols is hurt by the lap traffic a little bit. He has to battle him for another lap. That could open up the door for Kevin McAdams. He's got to run. To the inside. Here comes McAdams for the lead into turn 3. Crosses him over. Seth gets him back. And this is what Nichols wants to see. McAdams falls back to second. 5 laps to go. And you hear that 63. He's saving, I think, a little bit. We'll find out here. Inside the drafty car Pontiac. Oh, yeah, he is. He's got the clutch on. Coming to 4 laps to go. It's 3 cars fighting for the win. They have a 3-second buffer to Michael P. Frisch, who's in 4th. It's like McAdams has hit a brick wall. He just can't get back to Seth. Coming to 3 to go. A good run for Kevin off the corner. Will he go for the dive? Just not close enough. Peeking outside, though, trying to get that run. If he can get a corner panel. Not yet. Two laps to go this time by. Oh, McAdams got loose. Lost a little bit of time. Oh, and he blinked! He's back. He was having internet issues before the race. It's just got to last for a little less than 3 miles. Seth the Merchant out in front. McAdams second. Nichols third. We're coming back to the white flag. DeMerchant's put a little bit of a gap on him. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. Does Kevin McAdams have anything left? DeMerchant out in front. McAdams to the outside. Nichols all over him. He's got to run. Is it going to be enough? Turn 3. Last lap. Win on the line. McAdams hard on the gas. It's not going to be enough. Seth DeMerchant wins in Las Vegas. The gas holds on. And Seth DeMerchant picks up his first win of 2025. Seth DeMerchant will burn down the house. And go for a ride. For the second time in the 87s, we get a little rammy early, but another tremendous long green flag run to get us to the end. I think that last caution was with 7 to go in stage 1, something like that. And we went green all the way to the checkers. Seth DeMerchant comes up with the win. Kevin McAdams second, Jake Nichols third. Then it's Frisch, Cosmin Ionescu, David L. Brown, John M. Hall, Brian Mercurio, Alex Kolonix, and Josh Chin finishing in 10th. Chris Wetz 11th, Ronnie Osmer 12th, Art Reimer 13th, Cole Freilich 14th, Sean M. Butler 15th, Justin Malillo 16th, Blake Reynolds 17th, Jordan Worth 18th, Daniel Falkingham 19th, and Wyatt Tinsley rounds out the top 20. 21st tonight, Christian Kendall, then Nicholas Pressey. Ray Alfala had such a strong car, started outside front row. He led some laps. He finishes 23rd. Aaron Smith 24th. Corey Carpenter, 25th. Jose Solis Jr., 26th. Matthew Zwack, 27th. Alex Vandesant, 28th. Sean Rowe, 29th. And Nate Stewart in 30th. 31st, Seth Knoll. 32nd, Alex Chokut. John Palmieri, 33rd. Jonathan Goke, 34th. Ryan Doucette, 35th. Jake Pullen, 36th. Jaden Hopp, 37th. Michael Guest, 40 laps down in 38th. Not a good night for him. Jacob Wilkerson, 39th. And Sean M. Conklin with a crash finishes 40th. 39th on back did not finish. And 47th on back did not make the race. Actually, Cattell did, but missed the green flag. Well, fantastic stuff here at Vegas. And we'll talk first with maybe, here we go, Kevin McAdams coming up just a little short. And Kevin, there was a point with 5 laps to go where I thought you had it in the bag. Was there anything you could have done different there to catch Seth?
or 163, whenever I made that move. I think part of it too is just the lack of experience being at the front of these races. It's been a long time since I've had an opportunity to win a race on pure pace. And I mean, the strategy obviously came into play, but I honestly think I could have won the race even if I was on the same strategy as everyone else. I think I could have still been up there. So we'll just have to go back to the drawing board and try again next time. I can't be too upset with the second. It's going to be a good points day, but good win to Seth. He drove a great race. He pitted just a lap before me, and that he just maintained that gap the whole time.
287 races, 2 long green flag runs, and 2 fantastic finishes. Got to be happy about that.
Yeah, I missed Atlanta because I was at Atlanta, and I know the race kind of got off to a rocky start, but a testament to this car. It's so much fun, and I was on better tires to start that final run and got through the field, and I overcooked it just trying to get through traffic, and then they kind of equalized, and then I kind of figured out what I was doing wrong, and I had to drive back through the pack. And I knew once those guys were pitting, like Sean and Blake, I knew I was on the right strat to at least have a chance. The only person that I knew I was going to have to deal with was going to be between either Seth or Jake, and I think Jake just oversaved his stuff. I passed him with like 30 to go or something like that. I think he just oversaved, but can't be too upset. I think the Atlanta race and this race is a good case for this car. It's a big reason why we wanted to kind of have some variance. No hate to the next gen, but I feel like if we just ran the next gen, we'd have the same guys up front, and I think that this car brings that parity a little bit that I think this league desperately needs after last year.
No doubt about it. Kevin, congratulations on the second, and we'll see you next week at wherever we're headed next.
I don't know.
I don't remember. We changed the schedule. All right,
It
Kevin,
might be
we'll
North
see ya.
Wilkesboro or Homestead, one of those two.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin McAdams coming home in second tonight. How about that race-winning strategy from Seth DeMerchant? Gets the job done and goes to victory lane here in Las Vegas. And Seth, there was a point in time where I wasn't sure if the fuel was going to last. You sounded okay, and then a couple laps later, listen in, and he's starting to save. Was there any worry about fuel?
Yeah, that whole entire last run, I was just trying to manage the gap because I short pitted Kevin by a lap there and got a 2-second gap from it, and kind of just tried to manage that gap all the way to the white flag, and we cut it as close as we could. I crossed the line. I had 0.07 gallons remaining, so we had just enough pace to be able to hold them off. At the, if that was another lap or two, we would have been in trouble. But luckily, was able to get on the right strategy when that last yellow came out, and just drove through the field and was able to save the fuel that we needed.
I know that a long green flag run to end the race was nice, but we had a lot of stop and start at the beginning of the race. A lot of attrition to get to this point.
Yeah, I got really lucky because I was involved in one of those wrecks and had a lot of damage, and basically spent the first 80 laps of the race just fixing the car, and then we finally fixed the damage and was able to start slowly charging my way through the field. And I got lucky not pitting on the caution before the last caution and then pitting on the last caution to then end up on the right one for the fuel strategy. And it just happened to go green, and it was barely one stop. And I wasn't expecting it to go green off that run, and just it played out perfectly for us.
Seth, congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Seth DeMerchant coming home, P1, top of the scoring pylon in Las Vegas. Let's talk with the guy in third that once again comes so close to winning his first Barr Visuals FTF Cup Series race. Jake Nichols. What could you have done different to get by Kevin and get by Seth?
I don't know. I was trying to push Kevin up to him and maybe set them both up if they battled again. I wasn't quite close enough the last time. They were side by side and did a little crossover action, but I've had a rough month of racing. I feel like I've always just crashed or been on the wrong side of strategy, and Tonight it's great to finally be on the right side and actually have a shot at winning. But I don't know. My long run all night wasn't really that good, but something clicked that last run. I don't know, and I was just going. I think we were all kind of close on fuel, so maybe that kind of helped. And I kind of saved a little bit early, so it made sense a little bit to my pace late. But oh man, it was fun at the end there. It Once you look in the mirror and you don't see any pressure back there, you can just look forward and just try to go and win it. And maybe if we had a few more laps, if we had the fuel to do so, we could have had a shot. But it was fun either way. I had a great time.
No doubt about it. Jake, congratulations on the third place, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Jake Nichols coming home in P3 tonight. Was part of the championship for last year, trying to do it again. And he mentioned a little bit of a sluggish start to the season, but now starting to click off top fives. And I have a feeling it may not be long until we see car 63 in victory lane. Nonetheless, Las Vegas is done. It's Seth DeMerchant winning at Vegas, winning the U.S. Global Strike 400. I'm not sure where we are next week. There was talk. Initially, it was supposed to be the Gen 4s, but they're not ready. So I thought there was a decision. I do not recall. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, I give up. I don't know where we're going to be next week, but we'll be there Saturday night. Looking forward to it. Chat says Homestead, so we're going Homestead. The next gen's at Homestead. Okay, yeah, that may not be terrible. We'll see. And then Wilkesboro, which will also be 87s. All right. Nonetheless, Las Vegas, it's been great knowing you. I don't know how to end these broadcasts anymore, especially without anybody else in the booth. My brain's mush. We'll see you next week from Homestead. We'll talk to you then.